In almost every excavation of occupation sites from ancient Britain, there are unidentified features that have the ubiquitous title of a four-post structure. This suggests a multitude of possible structures, not only in the dimensions of the four posts of the square or rectangle, but also the diameter of the post holes. Occasionally there is an attempt within the excavation report to title the structures, for example, granary, loom shed, store, etc. This video documents the extrapolation of evidence into working structures that could have been used across many prehistorical periods and sites. The exploration of what is possible became a spin-off during the construction of the roundhouses in the Iron Age enclosure at Butser Ancient Farm. Representation of a wider range of buildings of an Iron Age farm with assorted outhouses was needed. Some of those buildings fall within the ideas of a four-post structure. The dimension of these constructs range from 1 to 3 meters square, with assorted frame sizes. So here are some ideas. Haystack, size 1 meter by 1 meter. Driven by the need for storage of animal fodder for overwintering, grass is cut and dried into hay during the summer. It is then stored in a stack. It is supported by a platform on top of 4 posts, with airflow from underneath to stop overheating, as hay ferments if damp and can self-combust. The stack is roofed to keep the rain from spoiling the hay. A number of these come built as required each year to store hay for winter feed for the animals, and taken down when empty. Lifespan is usually from August to February. For many years on the farm, single-post haystacks have been used following Peter Reynolds' early constructs. A 4-post haystack may not store as much, but has proved very reliable and maintains the hay in better condition. A granary, size 1 meter by 1.5 meter. References to granaries in excavations of Danebury Hill Fort to explore grain storage for human consumption in contrast to pit storage for animal feed and seed grain. Following the construction of the roundhouse Danebury CS1, during which process the thatch for the house had been grown on top of the Chelton Lane by the local farmer, 500 kilos of grain was obtained during the thrashing process and stored in the granary. The experiment, successful, was to test the viability of dry storage over a full year with daily withdrawals in a granary built on the principle of a 4-post structure. Toilet, size 1 meter by 1 meter. References to possible middens in excavations at Maiden Castle Hill Fort and an Iron Age settlement on the Chiltern Ridge. The excavation reports describe pits containing a rich greasy loam, interpreted as middens. A 4-post structure was built to represent an Iron Age toilet, a simple construct with a single slope roof, a hole in the ground and a seat based on Roman-style keyhole cutout. When the pit is full, the toilet is moved to a new location, leaving the midden to rot down and to be used as a compost at a later date. This has proved a great hit with the schools, and the children are fascinated with any toilet functions. Compost bin, size 1 meter by 1 meter. A 4-post container to act as a composting bin. This keeps the waste material in a neat pile. It is topped up in the course of a season until full. Then you build another one whilst the contents of the first composts down. Cart shed, 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters. After building an Iron Age cart based on the excavations from Garton Station, East Yorkshire, the decision was made to build a cart shed to house the vehicle. This has larger posts and supports a thatched gable roof of some dimensions. The frame is wind braced for stability, and in bad weather it is used as a shelter and workspace for groups of school children. Chicken house, size 1 meter by 1 meter. This is the smallest in the series of structures. The Romans report that chickens were kept for cockfighting, so the construct is a platformed house to safeguard the birds overnight.